a bubble. Here, she's got a bubble. Let's see the operation. You'll see things that are off here in my operation, but I do try to do the best I can to have some semblance of order. So I'm putting this post in best I can, and this is obviously not something as good as Engineer 775 could do, but it's an effort. Because all you can do is all you can do. Alright, well, that'll do for this part. Well, I just wanted to show you something that I've encountered as I'm putting in these posts that came from this hurricane fence. And you'll notice that this post is shorter. It's not on the ground the same distance as the other post. Now I could squat down and make it a line for the sake of the camera, but that's just not the case. Well, let me show you why. Because one of the things I did not take into account, you see, if I measure from the end of the post to the top of the concrete on this one, I've got 17 inches, right? And then if I go over to this next one I want to install, and I go from the end of the post to the top of the concrete, it's over 2 feet. Alright? So you're not going to be digging those holes the same depth. But I encountered that and just thought I would mention that for future reference. Well, so far so good. I had to, because I had something come up, I had to put something up just temporary, just to hold it up in place. I haven't twisted any wire yet. I had to just put a temporary, I just used zip ties just to temporarily hold this in place. And then when I can come back to this project, because I'm going to have to take off here for a little while, when I get back to this project, then I can use regular wire and take the time and wire these down. Now this other section I'm going to have to put chicken wire in this, and of course I'm going to have to put something in here. I'll put chicken wire on the inside to take care of that gap between the post and the fence. But this is where it stands at present. Alright, well, we have another one of those situations. And that situation is, you see what I've done here on this fence, just to get it to where it is temporarily, I had used zip ties just to hold it in place, because I knew I was running out of time. I wanted to at least get it up to some stage. And so, but I was putting the zip ties on there to keep it up temporarily until I could use regular wire and do like you would normally do on a fence, and clip the wire and twist it. And I got to looking at this, and I've been thinking about this in terms of a prepper, how a prepper thinks, and I've concluded that even though the right thing to do under normal circumstances was you'd put this wire, you clip sections of wire and twist that wire all the way down, twisting and twisting all the way down, and on all of those, because that's what is normal. But you know what? I have a limited amount of this wire, but I do have this many zip ties, and I have a few more in this container. And I am going to just be not prideful enough that I'm just going to go ahead and zip tie the rest of this darn fence. And just like one of the things they said in General Conference over the weekend, the bumper sticker that one of the brethren saw said, let's see, "Don't condemn me because I sin differently than you." So I'm just going to go ahead and use zip ties on this fence, because the fact of the matter is, as I may have mentioned this before, this fence is not to keep in a Bengal tiger, okay? It's just a chicken. So I'm going to press on from here and see how this goes. Okay, well, you might think you're a hot shot using something new and using zip ties, but there are some jobs that a zip tie is just not going to be sufficient. I wasn't able to pull this as tight as I wanted to. but I just can't do with a zip tie, you know, what you can do with wire. So, you know, what am I saving the wire for? Just like this. All right, well, I found a solution to cover up this gap here we have in here. Just take a nice treated board and wire that rascal right in place, like so. And you know, you can ask any man, and I know that board is sticking up there like that, but you can ask any man that unless there is a compelling reason to cut off a board, then you just leave it, because we might need to use that board again. So anyway, here's the rest. And now on this end, to cover up this gap, I resorted back to the chicken wire, and you only need just to put 3 zip ties there, just to hold that in place. And I've already tacked it in a couple places. Now we'll go ahead and do a few more of these. To hold this in place. And then I'll come back. I may shoot a few more in here and take a hammer and tap those in, make sure they're nice and secure. But you know what? I just don't think that hen is going to be able to take a screwdriver and pull those out. So let's back up in and take a look at our final product here. Purple is going to open the gate for me so I can get back and close that gate there. All right. So there you have it. Now the hen can stay in there. And yes, I see the gate is crooked, but this thing is kind of loose here, and I'm going to have to. That's just an adjustment I need to make. But anyway, so there you have it. We now have an enclosure, a little miniature chicken yard for the chicken, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Valid and appropriate.